Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 5-minute review of Avatar again, Money Never Sleeps. Avatar 2, James Cameron's Avatar 2, The Way of Water, okay? My gosh. Okay, so today we're gonna have a quick little chat about the most expensive 3.5-hour tech demo you've ever seen. It's been nearly 13 years since we've been graced with the original Boys in Blue, and I gotta say, I was not pining for their triumphant return. There is so much going on here that I'm just gonna do my best to cover it in 5 minutes, so bear with me. Alright, so right off the bat, the visuals. Alright, okay, wow. Alright, the visuals here are, without a doubt, the best we've seen in a movie like this so far. There were certain shots where I simply couldn't believe what they had accomplished, especially for the underwater effects of the overall project. Like, this thing looks insane. The way it all behaves is incredible and leads into my point about this being a giant tech demo. So much of this film is purely spent just looking at things, which I'm okay with to a certain extent. They are so firmly aware of how good this looks that it's perceived to be a visual substitute for decent storytelling. And of course that's largely subjective, but worth stating. I just imagine a room full of interpreters trying to decipher James's ideas to 1,000 artists clutching their contracts like their lives depend on it. You just see an office filled with these people. And they're all going, James, how is the blue person supposed to get from point A to point B without there being any serious repercussions to the structure of this story? And he just goes, shut up. I made Titanic. Do you remember Aliens? Do you remember that thing where I made Sigourney Weaver strap 2 guns together and carry a child on her hip while she... Yeah, it's like, yeah, that was awesome, James. We all loved it, unquestionably. Just moving on here. The movie looks fantastic. The sort of effects they're pulling off here, again, in the water, they look so real. And there's certain shots, like, for example, there's a shot where one of the Avatar folk is looking down into the ocean and is blowing bubbles out of her mouth, kind of like laughing or making an expression. And the bubbles form around the face in such a way that's like, yeah, that's how that looks. Like, if you've ever seen someone in a situation like that, when, you know, you're underwater looking at your friend with some goggles on or something, and the way the bubbles are, you know, it's so well maintained that it's kind of spooky. Look, let's talk about the story overall. Just the movie itself here is that this thing is truly not James's best work, and I can just say that as a fan. I'm not going to downplay his quality as a filmmaker. He has done some incredible things in his career, and I'm not going to badmouth that like some half-cocked little twit here. But look, it's just this movie is purely based on the Disney wow factor of it all, because it's 20th Century Fox, but let's not forget that they're owned by Disney now, and they went, James, you want $1 billion to make us billions of dollars? And he was like, you bet your bunions, kid. But it's so you got Mr. Jake Sully back, okay? Just moving right into this here. You got Jake Sully, you got the other one, you've got his kids, and I had such a hard time remembering certain characters here, and they brought the Colonel back as well, who is now an Avatar, who is now a Na'vi, and he's back for revengeance, and the humans have come back to take over again, because that's just happening again, and it's literally as simple as that. It's as simple as that, and they're coming back to essentially set up a camp to become the new homeworld of the human race, because Earth is very much dying, and they need more resources and blah blah blah, evil human shit. So that is the blunt message of this film, is that you are going to be questioning your place as a human being, and it's just simplistically as harsh and blunt as that reality. Like, human beings suck. That is the message of this film, and there's just no human element to it, I guess. And again, this is like maybe just another opinion thing, is that you leave this movie thinking, wow, that was 3.5 hours of my time, and I hate myself. And I don't mind watching shitty people get offed in films. It just, you realize by the end of it that there is no proper like human element to ground the audience here. Like, it is purely just people are evil. And now they're riding fish creatures and stuff, which it all looks absolutely fantastic. It's like, from a sci-fi just fan's perspective, it looks incredible. So they did a really good job with the visuals here. And, you know, as I previously stated, it's remarkable to see what they've done with this. And just from a visual standpoint, it's just fun to watch. But for 3.5 hours, I need a little bit more than that to stay interested. And Jimmy James is just cashing in on this thing and treating it like it's the science fiction Lord of the Rings. And I just don't really know what to think about all that. But anyway, I've been Garlic-Focaccia. Have a good one.